and welcome to Step Up TV Morning Show. This is the third episode in our morning show series, and we are so excited that you could join us today. Thank you. Thank you to all those who have been liking and sharing our previous videos, and welcome to all our new subscribers. Step Up Nigeria is a creative team building bridges for effective governance to tackle corruption and improve service delivery in Nigeria. To find out about more of what we do, please visit our website at www.stepupnigeria.org. You can also watch the last two episodes of our morning show as well as our introduction to our channel video and get yourself abreast with the kind of work that we do in the fight against corruption in Nigeria. My name is Oluwaferemi Adeola and I am the host of this morning show. Welcome. The coronavirus pandemic is still ravaging our countries and it's a very real threat. So we hope that you are still observing strict social distancing as well as taking care to use your sanitizers and maintain the highest level of hygiene this period. We hope that yours and your loved ones are all staying safe this period. Today's episode is going to be a little bit controversial, and I'm sure there's a lot of you that will not agree with me. There's a lot of you that are going to have a lot of comments. So let us know in the comment section what you think about this episode. And let us know if there are any interesting trending topics that you'd like us to jump on and, discuss our points of view. We would also rope in experts and invite some guests going forward so that our TV show is a lot more interesting. So today we're going to be discussing the coronavirus pandemic as it relates to the ongoing debate about the government's palliative measures as well as the conditional cash transfer. So let's start by getting something straight, okay? The COVID-19 palliative that the government has been speaking about is not the conditional cash transfer. The conditional cash transfer program existed long before the whole coronavirus pandemic even happened. The funding for the conditional cash transfer program, which involves conditional cash transfers to the poor, is from recovered stolen public funds from Switzerland. That's that $322 million that you keep hearing about. The Swiss government, the World Bank, and the Nigerian government entered into a pact, which was signed in Washington, D.C. in 2017, in the presence of key civil society organizations like ANIJ, SERAP, HEDA, CISLAC, Center LSD, Policy Alert, and CSJ. The agreement provided a framework on how the money will be used in Nigeria. It was decided that the monies will be used for conditional cash transfers to the poor. And this will be done under an already existing social protection program that has been managed by the federal government of Nigeria for years with support from the World Bank. So again, the conditional cash transfer program is funded through the recovered assets and the World Bank. 80% of those funds come from the Abacha loot, whereas 20% of those funds come from the World Bank. Now, for those that are asking, where did they find the list of the poor? Who are the poor? Let's know the poor. I don't know any poor person getting this money. Which are all valid concerns, to be fair. The institutional framework put in place for poor Nigerians to access this fund is called the National Social Register. So there's a National Social Register that exists already where Nigerians' data have been captured as the poorest of the poor, and this has been done over a period of years. So if you're not registered on the NSR register, sorry, you're not getting a conditional cash transfer. Now again, who developed this register? The register was developed by the federal government in partnership with the World Bank. Each beneficiary is paid 5,000 naira every month according to the National Cash Transfer Office payment framework. The whole social protection program of Nigeria, which includes Empower and the National Homegrown School Feeding Project, as well as Trader Money, was managed by the Office of the Vice President until very recently, when the office was moved to the Ministry of Humanitarian Disaster and Social Development. The monthly conditional cash transfer payment was stopped in December 2019, and it was supposed to resume sometime in March until the COVID-19 pandemic started to spread in Nigeria and the lockdown was ensued. They were to resume payment a few weeks ago, which is in April, when the COVID-19 crisis started. And then the president now directed the cash transfer office that the poor beneficiaries who are already registered under the National Social Register, who have already been benefiting from the cash transfer since the year before, the president now directed that those poor people should be paid their arrears. So like I said, it stopped in December. So January, February, March, and April payments amounting to 20,000 naira should be paid to those poor people. So that's the 20,000 naira that a lot of us saw in the pictures that the cash transfer office showed on social media. Unfortunately, at the same time, the federal government started to assure Nigerians that palliative measures will be put in place to stopgap the effects of the lockdown because of the coronavirus pandemic. So here's what really happened. The federal government said they will pay palliative to Nigerians who have been adversely affected, poor Nigerians. At the same time, the president also gave a directive that the conditional cash transfer program should continue paying poor people. These directives came at the same time. What we don't know is that the government has not yet till date made any palliative payments in form of cash or monies paid to any Nigerians yet. The monies you've been seeing disbursed are monies that are from that Abacha loot agreement that NGOs, CSOs and governments and the Swiss bank came together to pay. So it's what has been going on behind the scenes all this while. It's just that those directives happened at the same time, and that's why a lot of us were confused. So the 20,000 naira payments that we've seen so far are the conditional cash transfer payments, not COVID-19 palliative payments. Now, the points I'm making in this video are by no means for or against the government's position or the National Cash Transfer Office's position. What we're simply trying to do is lay out the facts so that you can arrive at your own conclusions on your own. I mean, if you're going to debate about an issue, if you're going to come, you must come correct. But in conclusion, we really do believe that when and if the government eventually disburses any palliative funds or monies to poor Nigerians, that civil society should strongly challenge the government to disclose the source of funding for these so-called palliative measures. Where's the money coming from? As far as we know, we're already running in a deficit, so where are these so-called funds supposed to come from? And that if any such palliative measures begin, they should be as transparent as possible, including access for all CSOs who are already partners of the government in the cash transfer program to monitor all aspects of the process, including generating a list of names up to the point of paying these palliative funds. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Step Up TV Morning Show. We're glad that you've stuck with us this far. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up if you like this video. Remember to subscribe to our channel and share this video with other friends and family so that they are kept informed about the truth of these matters. Please remember to follow us on our social media platforms on Instagram and Twitter at step_up_Nigeria, as well as Facebook and LinkedIn at Step Up Nigeria. Remember that we still have an ongoing podcast series on corruption and COVID-19. We'll put the link in the description. Please listen to our podcast once you're chanced. And until the next episode, we hope you and yours and your family are all staying safe. Thank you so much, and together we'll get through this, really, indeed. I remain your host, Fermi Adiola. Thank you, and stay safe.